Hey guys, we're back and we're going to get this gun built done, I promise. Got some shop help today. Got a fine litter of mountain cur puppies hanging out by the wood burner. So if you hear a bunch of squeaking and barking on the video, that's what it's going to be. We're going to just kind of rehash what we've done in the past. We're taking a little CVA. There he is. We're taking the little CVA Caplock gun and kind of defarbing it and converting it to more of a youth gun. We've redone the barrel, or the stock rather, and now we're down to slimming the barrel up and getting it ready to have all the bluing taken off. We'll have more of a natural look, and then taking it, of course, from completely octagon to half round octagon. So stay tuned, and we're going to try to get all that done and pet some puppies. Yeah. Okay, so here's the barrel. Just pretty classic CVA barrel. So what we need to do first, we're going to be taking half of this from the octagon to the round, and that's going to entail turning it and filing all these flats off till we start to get a good round barrel. It's going to take a minute. But the first thing we need to do, look and see this front sight. We're going to drive this front sight out, and we can do that because it's dovetailed in, and that's how you adjust the sights on the front. You tap them one side or the other. Same thing with the back. Pretty common to any dovetailed muzzle loading barrel. And what they kind of look like, you can see that dovetail joint. Just take a little tap. We'll tap it right there, get it out, then we'll be ready to start working on the barrel. So stay tuned. We're going to get into that right now. All right, so we got the sight out. You see that? You can kind of see the little dovetail there. Get it in the light. There you go. Not much to it. And again, there's a dovetail groove, and when we get done, we either have to file one of those back in, or we may have enough just where it'll slide back in there, no problem. I'll kind of be careful when I get around that. Try not to get too crazy. So now we need to figure out what our barrel length is going to be. It's going to be to the half round. So we'll do that right now. All right, so what we'll do, we'll take our stock, just go ahead and put our barrel back in it like it would be. Make sure all your wedge pin holes and everything line up. And what we're looking for is this area right in here where the stock and the barrel meet. And I'm just simply going to make a small mark with my pencil right there. And then we will wrap a little tape around that. That'll give us a straight line to work off of, and we'll start to get these octagons down the flat. The good thing about these CVA barrels, and any really production gun barrel, they are overbuilt to the hilt. So you don't really have to worry about, as long as you don't just go in there and go crazy, you're not going to get that barrel thin enough to hurt anything. We've bored these out to 5/8, .62, and shot them and been fine. But, you know, as always, use your own judgment. And I'm not saying or even suggesting that anything I'm doing is safe or that you should alter any of this stuff in any way. Again, use your own best judgment. All right, so this next part, super simple. All I've got is a little painter's tape. I use this stuff for everything, mostly pewter pores. But I'm going to go in here on my line and just make sure everything's good and even. And that'll give me a stop point for my filing. Little mountain cur puppies in here sacked out behind the wood burner. It's a shop help. Y'all get a hold of me if you need one of these high quality critter getters. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're ready to start the file. We've got everything marked up. I've got a piece of heavy moose hide. I'm going to wrap that around the barrel and then simply chuck the barrel up in my vise, and it's time to get to work. And this may be the most boring part of the whole thing. It's going to be a really slow process. You can speed it up by being mechanized, but you can also screw up a lot faster by being mechanized. So just keep that in mind. Fast work makes for fast mistakes. And generally when I do them, huge mistakes. But we're all chucked up, got our file and ready to go. Okay, so normally if you're filing in this orientation, what we're going to do today is called draw filing, and it's a lot like using a draw knife. We will be pulling or pushing the file either to or away from us to remove material. A pretty old method used in knife making. You just make a jig up, take a flat Nicholson file like this, and then you can either pull it or push it and get a nice good bevel. So we're going to use the same process to take these flats off this barrel. See, we're starting to get somewhere now. Get a good sharp file and it'll help this process immensely. It's still very time consuming. All right, so now that we have done irreparable damage to our elbows by doing that much draw filing, we're going to put her up here on the old belt sander and just kind of even it up. Just let it spin a little bit on the sander. That'll clean up any rough edges. Then we'll hit it all down real good with some emery cloth and get the rest of this bluing off, because we're not going to have a blued barrel. We're just going to kind of add our secret blend of 11 herbs and spices and let it do its own thing and naturally kind of just take a patina, and it'll look a lot better for sure. But yeah, we'll give it a little spin on the belt sander. Hopefully it doesn't come off and wipe us out. Remember, safety first: eye goggles, respirators, gloves, first aid kit, duct tape, all that good stuff. Be careful with power tools is the main thing, especially me, because I'm already down to about 9 3/4 fingers this week. So let's spin this dude. Zip, zip. All right, cool part. We didn't die. Didn't lose any more fingers. And you can tell that barrel is pretty damn round. It's not going to be perfect, but it looks like okay to me. It's going to work. So now what we're going to do is get all this bluing off. And then we're going to go in here, try to clean these flats up a little bit, and file a wetting band in there. Just give it that little bing, give it that little something, something, make it look right. All I'm doing is just taking the edge of that file Starting a little bit of a groove. Using that tape to keep me on a straight line. Alright, so there we go. We got a little bit of a transition from our octagon around. Stock's looking good, and we're going to hit it with a little forced patina now. Alright, got our barrel on the white again. Take a little bit of the special sauce on a rag and just rub it down. Rooster's telling me it's about time to wrap this up for the week. And it'll take a while for this. This will need a couple hours to set. He's late. It's in the afternoon now. Not sure what he's hollering about. We'll let this set for a few hours. Always something around here. We'll let this set for a few hours. It'll give it a nice patina. And I promise you guys, next week, we will wrap this up and maybe have a kid shoot a rooster. I don't know. But no, we would definitely have a kid shooting his gun, and I can't shoot the rooster because Jen would, well, I would be living in the chicken coop if I did that. So we'll let this patina up. Next week we'll reassemble the gun and we will have it up and shooting. So be sure and tune in. I promise you it'll be next week. We've been on the road a lot here lately. Been to Bruja in Arkansas, Kentucky Trad Fest over in Central Kentucky, and then the Tennessee Classic. So we've been really busy. I apologize for not having this out sooner, but at the sound of the rooster, please hit that like and subscribe button. You guys take care.